Hey, what's good guys, it's Cahmron. Today I've got a really unique build for you. This is a 6'10" max wingspan point fading wizard build in NBA 2K26. So that sentence just doesn't even sound real to me. Point fading wizard in my mind, really high mid range, really high ball handle, just assassin with midi fades. This build is very well rounded, has no weaknesses. According to the scouting report, of course, is 6'10", max wingspan, and I just don't think it really fits the bill for this name. So this is a really cool example of positional thresholds being different and height thresholds being different to get some of these build names. And I genuinely was messing around in the builder, saw this name pop up, and was very surprised at the outcome. So surprised, in fact, that I almost just dropped $100 on this build, but I had to control myself a little bit. But nah, this build, really cool concept, and if you want people to just be mind blown at this build and the catfish potential, definitely one to check out. With that, let's go ahead and jump into how to make this 6'10" point fading wizard build in NBA 2K26. Stat wise on this, there's a lot of very, very weird stats, and I will tell you these stats are really weird for a reason. If this layup goes up to an 80, it becomes a laymaking point forward. If this driving dunk goes up, it becomes a diming lob threat. The standing dunk goes up, same thing. Post control goes up, it's like a post scoring point forward. Three ball goes up, the name changes. The midi actually goes up, the name changes, which is crazy to me. The only way for me that I've found to trigger this is to have this 79 midi, which is mind blowing. We went ahead and got the pass accuracy up pretty high, maxed out the ball handle. Perimeter, same deal. This goes up, the name changes. This goes up, the name changes. This goes up, the name changes. You know the deal with rebounding as well. So just a lot of stats that are holding this build together that are going to need to be improved with caps. But it's one of the things I really do love about this game this year is the ability to improve builds like this with caps. So enough talking, let's go ahead and look at the stats. 78 close shot, I did this for silver float game, but also it's just kind of a nice threshold to have on your close shots. It gives you a little bit of mashing ability. It just lets you be more consistent in the paint, especially being 6'10" as a small forward. You may have some good mismatch opportunities down there. I went 78 driving layup because with caps, you actually could get this up to 80 for one cap. It's going to give you silver physical finisher, and that's just something that I thought, was kind of worth it on this build. 79 driving dunk, put a cap here to go 80, you get quick drops. This cannot go any higher or else the build name changes. Standing dunk at 75. If this goes higher, the build name changes, but luckily you do have some nice cap breaker multipliers, so you will be able to get 81 standing dunk with a couple caps. I went 79 post because our mid-range is indeed going to go up, and by that going up, we will be able to get gold post-fade phenom. 78 three ball is as high as it can go, but with caps, we're going to get this up to 80 to unlock sharp take. 82 free throws, so we're not a full liability from the line. Obviously, you could drop this and put it into vertical, but there's not a whole lot of areas where you really could put that, so I'm grateful that this free throw isn't like 99 or something and it is an 82, so maybe, there's a little bit less empty stats on this build. 93 pass for Hall of Fame break starter. Again, if you want the free throw higher, drop this and you'll have Hall of Fame dimer only, but for me, with my rebounding stats, I feel that I'd be able to contribute a little bit more. Grabbing those and throwing outlet passes, so I wanted to go 93. 78 ball handle is a name threshold. Generally, for a lot of these playmaking sort of names, a 6'10", you're going to have to max out that ball handle. 70 speed with ball. This is a really, really tough one because perimeter defense on this build can get up to 83. 82 perimeter defense is going to give you silver challenger, but 82 strength, which is the one thing we're unable to get, right? 82 strength would give you silver removable. And at my 6'10" builds, I really like to have silver removable and silver challenger on the build. But if you want 70 speed with ball, you are unable to do this. So what you could do though, obviously you could drop your weight up, go 82 strength, and call it a day there with 68 speed with ball. There's also a world where if you shrink this wingspan down, I think to 7'2", you actually then will be able to get both 70 speed with ball and 78 strength on the build, which is pretty interesting. But for the sake of this, I'm just going to leave it at 70. 77 interior, if this goes up one more, this actually becomes a gritty point forward, which is a really clean name. But we're wanting to make a 6'10" point fading wizard, so we got to leave that at 77. 78 perimeter defense, we do want this to go 82 for silver challenger. Whether we have silver removable or not, we really did want that silver challenger on this build for a good max +2 candidate. 73 steal for silver interceptor. This is another really good max +2 candidate. 76 block. This goes higher, it becomes a shot erasing something, so we just went ahead and left that at 76, and we're going to drop a couple caps here to go ahead and get silver high flying denier. Double 79s here on the rebounding. Get some nice cap multipliers on the O board to go 85 for gold box out, and then you can drop a cap here if you really want to go 80 on the defensive rebound. We went ahead and maxed out that speed at 80. We maxed out that agility at 75, went 78 strength, and 77 vertical on this build. So overall, it's an incredibly well-rounded build. But again, jack of all trades, master of none sort of build besides the pass accuracy. If you do like builds like that though, really cool name and kind of a true utility Swiss Army knife type build. And again, with caps, you know, you will be able to have higher rebounding. You'll be able to get better block, better perimeter, better interior. You're shooting for sharp take, quick drops, 81 standing for big man contacts. So there is going to be a little bit more versatility added to this. You got the shades of LeBron, Tony Kukoc, Cooper Flag, and again, this comes out as a point fading wizard with no big weaknesses to report. Get some nice Hall of Fame badges, good max +1, max +2 potential. But now let's go ahead and check out that cap breaker screen and kind of explain where the value lies with that. So as you can see on this build, cap breaker wise, we have standard multipliers on our shooting, but these are definitely kind of an important spot that you want to upgrade. You'd have to drop 2 caps into 3-ball, 1 cap on the mid-range to give you that double 80, which I know I infamously do for like every single big man build, but I really think that's a great value spot for max wingspan builds. You don't get anything else off this mid-range, right? This goes up to 84 max, so it goes up to 83 max, so it's not like you're getting silver Deadeye or anything like that, so you may as well just go double 80s and enjoy that gold post fade phenom, which you can max +1 to Hall of Fame with sharpshooting specialization. But looking at some of these other multipliers, you do have a nice 222 here for standing dunk, so you could go 77, 79, 81. So for 4 caps, you'll be able to get 80 driving dunk for quick drops and 81 standing dunk for the big man pro contacts. You'll be able to drop 2 into layup to get silver physical finisher if you would like. Have some room to get the post control up as well if you're interested. You go over here to the defense. This is another good spot. You actually can go ahead and go 82 perimeter with 2 caps. You can get the block up to 78 with 2 caps. And as you see here with O board, you get a nice +6 for 3 caps. 2 times value, you're able to go from 79 O board to 85 O board for gold box out. Drop 1 here onto your offensive rebound to go 80. And that's kind of the plan for this build. So tentatively running through the caps required to get this point fading wizard to have everything that I think it probably needs. 2, 3, 6, 7, hilarious. 8, 9, 10, 11, 14 caps basically is what's required to do all that, which sounds like a ton, and it's definitely going to take some time, but you get basically 14 caps next season if you've done your specializations, you are crew level 30, you've got the rookie cap breakers through the starter cap breakers, you've got your seasonal caps, and you have achievements done. If you have your achievements done actually right now and you had all that, you would have 14 caps. And the next season you'd have 15. So really, this is a build by December, and I work full-time, and I fully believe by December I'd be able to have 14, 15, 16 caps to really get the most out of this build. So that's kind of what I told myself to wait until then to upgrade this. But, I mean, really well-rounded point-fading wizard build. Swiss Army knife, you're not going to excel at a ton of stuff, but with Jonathan Isaac base being 6'10", you're going to shoot over a ton of people. You'll have a post-game. You'll have standing contacts. You'll have good dunk packages to have access to. You can dribble. You'll be able to get Giannis cross. You can start breaks, dot up your teammates. You can defend the interior pretty well. You'll be able to defend the perimeter. You'll be able to have silver challenger up to gold with a max +2. You'll be able to have Hoff interceptor with a max +2. Silver chase down. 85 rebounding for gold box out. Really fast. Pretty much maxed out physicals for 6'10". And at the end of the day, you are a max wingspan sort of Swiss Army knife 6'10" small forward. So for you to be able to get the name point fading wizard with these stats, I think is just very cool. And this is where the build always gets really dangerous, is with your takeovers, right? In my mind, a plus 10 to 3 ball from an 80 to a 90 is going to be really cool. You'd be able to run sharp take once you have those requirements. Other options you potentially could look at would be a plus 15 to your 70 speed with ball. That's going to give you 85 speed with ball at 6'10", which is crazy. And then you could run sharp take on top of that, so you'll be able to generate some really nice separation with your lightning launch, which you could potentially have gold with 85 speed with ball. And then you could get some nice fades with the sharp take that boosts your fades. That's another unique option you could do with custom take. Obviously ball handle as well, you could get that up to like that. You can get that up to 93 ball handle with sharp take would be nasty. You could always get your perimeter up to 92 to get better contests, hands up contests. You could get your block up by 15 from a 78 to a 93 again, which is pretty good. Rebounding, you can get up by 10 to have a 95 offensive rebound, and then you can drop that into defensive rebound as well. So you would have a 91 offensive rebound and an 85 defensive rebound with sharp take, if that's sort of what you want to do. But for me personally, I would probably lean towards speed with ball or 3-point shot, depending on the role you're trying to play with your team, and run sharp take with that. But yeah, that's the build. 6'10", point fading wizard, max wingspan small forward, and just another instance of why this builder is amazing, right? Who would have thought that this 6'10", well-rounded wing type build would come out as a point fading wizard? Nobody's going to know how you play. Everyone's going to think you don't have defense. Everyone's going to think you can't finish in the paint. Everybody is just going to, I mean, genuinely, what would you expect a 6'10" point fading wizard to be able to do? You wouldn't expect it to be max wingspan. And just a great Catfish example, and one of the cooler build names I've seen. Posted this one on X as well. If you're not following me on there, definitely shoot me a follow. It's at Cahmron2K. Post rare build screenshots all the time and kind of tease and hype up some future uploads on the channel. So with that, hopefully you guys enjoyed this 6'10" point fading wizard. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope everybody has a great day. That's all I got. Peace.